The Institute for Athletic Medicine is here for you in the community. My name is Allie Maynard and I am a physical therapist with IAM. Today I'm going to run you through some cone and ladder drills, which is particularly important for you athletes who need to be light and quick on your feet and who rely on change of direction to be successful in your sport. So let's get ready to work! With two cones about 10 yards apart, you're going to have the athletes start at cone 1. When you say go, they're going to sprint as fast as they can towards cone 2 before changing direction and then sprinting back towards cone 1. Let's see it in action. For the backpedal drill, the athlete will backpedal about 10 yards towards cone 2 before changing direction and then sprinting through cone 1. The lateral shuffle, the athlete starts in an athletic position facing cone 1. When they're ready, they're going to shuffle to cone 2, keeping their hips low and their hips and shoulders facing forward. When they reach cone 2, the athlete will then immediately shuffle back to cone 1. Setup for this drill needs 3 cones. The athlete's going to begin facing cone 1 with their hips and shoulders facing forward. When they're ready, the athlete's going to turn and sprint towards cone 2 before turning and then sprinting all the way to cone 3 before finally changing direction and then sprinting back towards the middle cone. Make sure you do this drill in both directions. Here the setup is an L shape. The athlete is going to start on the outside of cone 1, then sprint to cone 2 before performing a sharp 90-degree cut and then accelerating to cone number 3. At cone 3, they're going to make a 180-degree turn using short choppy steps, and then they're going to accelerate back to cone 2. Once they get to cone 2, the athlete will make another sharp 90-degree cut and sprint back to cone 1. Here the cones are set up to look like a T. Starting at cone 1, the athlete will sprint to cone 2 before cutting left and then sprinting around cone 3 using short choppy steps. The athlete will then perform a sprint to cone 4 where they will use those short choppy steps again to round cone 4 and head back towards cone 2, where they will make one more left turn cut and then accelerating past cone 1. For this drill, the athlete is going to start at cone 1, then sprint forward and around cone 2, then sprint around cone 3, before heading towards cone 4 and then sprinting back through cone 1, thus forming an X in the middle of the box.
Go.
Here, the athlete starts in an athletic position outside of cone 1. When ready, the athlete will sprint to cone 2, side shuffle to cone 3, back pedal to cone 4, and then shuffle back to the starting line at cone 1. For the star drill, the athlete is going to start at cone 1, sprint to cone 2, back pedal back to cone 1, sprint to cone 3, back pedal to cone 2, sprint back to cone 3, side shuffle to cone 4, back pedal to cone 2, sprint to cone 4, back pedal to cone 5, sprint to cone 2, back pedal to cone 5, and then finally shuffle back to cone 1. For this drill, the athlete will start at cone 1 before rounding cone 2 and heading towards cone 3. Then once at cone 3, they will weave in and out of cones 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the way there and on the way back, before then performing a sprint around cone 7 and then heading through cone 8.
Back, forward, left, right, back, forward, back, left, stop. One, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, stop.
Here are a couple guidelines to keep in mind when using an agility ladder. First, start slow. Make sure you get the movement down before picking up speed. The faster you go, the harder these will get. 2. If one foot leads the first time, make sure the other foot gets a chance to lead the next round. Third, pump your arms. Your feet are not the only things that work during these drills. And 4, make sure to have fun.
Thanks for taking the time to watch. We care and we're here to help. Stay safe and stay healthy.